Welcome guys, in this particular video we are going to see strike rate and averages of RCB batsmen. So Virat Kohli is the first batsman and is the backbone of the team. He is a consistent performer. 400 runs per season can be written on his name. So as per me, he should be batting in one down or opening position. His strike rate is around 130 as you can see, and his average is around 37. So he's a consistent performer. I think he will be playing at one down position this particular year, and most probably the captain of RCB could be Faf du Plessis. He had a fantabulous season in which he scored 633 runs in 2021 season. He had a fabulous average. Even his current form is fabulous. In Bangladesh Premier League, he had an average of 40 with a strike rate of 140, which was really great. If you see his average and his strike rate in IPL, his average is around 35 and strike rate around 130. He is also a fantastic batsman. Next, coming to Anuj Rawat, he hasn't played much of IPL. He has just played 2 matches in which he got batting in only one match, in which he was out for 0, which was a golden duck. So we can't judge much about that. But his domestic performances, he has played 27 matches with an average of 30 and with a strike rate of 121. He plays for Delhi and he plays usually in 3 down position or in opening position. I personally feel in this particular IPL, if we want to bring the best from an youngster, I think he should be given opening slot. And coming to next player, one of the trump card of RCB, he is Glenn Maxwell. He has a fantabulous average of 25 and with a strike rate of 151. The biggest thing about Glenn Maxwell is that whenever he plays, he wins you matches, because at 150 strike rate everyone can win the matches. And at the finisher position this particular year, RCB is banking on wicketkeeper batsman Dinesh Karthik. If in IPL he has a strike rate of 129, his average is around 27 in international matches, so he has very fair good average. The only thing is that he is in the fag end of his career, so we need to see how much he can do for RCB. But as a player, he's fantastic player if he's in form. Next player is Manipal Lomror. He has been in IPL for last 3 years and he was playing for Rajasthan Royal, a Rajasthan batsman. He has been playing fantastically in domestic circuit. He has an average of 29 with a strike rate of 123. Even in IPL he has an average of 22 with very less strike rate, that is around 119, which could increase. As per me, he's a very good player of spin, so he should be playing in 3 down position, and in 4 down position I think Dinesh Karthik can handle international seam bowlers as well as spinners. So I think Dinesh Karthik suits at 4 down and Manipal Lomror should be trusted at 3 down position. So coming to the all-rounder list, I think Wanindu Hasaranga is one of them who has been criticized highly by most of the experts, but I personally want to support this particular player. He is a wicket taker in T20 matches. He has played 85 matches with the wickets of 115 with a great economy. Even if you see his batting average in both international T20 as well as domestic T20 or T20, wherever he has played, he has a average of around 15 to 17 with a strike rate of 120 to 130. So this guy is a fantabulous all-rounder. I personally like him a lot. You will definitely see in the upcoming IPL as well as Sri Lanka series which is going to take place. I think he will rock this particular season, and his batting also is decent. Coming to Shahbaz Ahmed, we have been seeing Shahbaz Ahmed from last 2 seasons. He has very less average, but his strike rate also is very less, which is 111. I personally believe he can do much more. I have seen better innings of Shahbaz Ahmed whenever he is playing for Bengal in Syed Mushtaq Ali or Vijay Hazare. In Vijay Hazare, he has a fantabulous average of 47, which is a 50 over format, but when it comes to 20 over format, he plays for the team. That is one good thing about Shahbaz Ahmed. And he has an average of just 16 with a strike rate of 117 in Syed Mushtaq. That is also pretty low, but I think he has a great potential. And one more thing, is a team player. If you ask him whether he will steal a run or keep an average, he will steal a run. So that kind of player is always required. And one more all-rounder whom RCB has invested heavily is Harshal Patel. He has great average even in T20 format as well as in domestic formats. He has an average which is ranging from around 15 with the great strike rate of 130 to 150. That is the greatest thing. He'll be finishing the matches, and last 3 balls whenever he gets to play, he scores around 5 runs. That is great for any team. And this will be the starting few players who will be getting most number of matches. And coming to next 5 players, they might be getting really less matches except for Suyesh. I don't know, he might also get more matches this time around. Coming to first replacement, this is a replacement for Shahbaz Ahmed. If Shahbaz Ahmed really doesn't do well, or if he gets injured, I think Kanishwar Gautam would be one of the best replacement for him, because he is also an all-rounder who has done really well and he can bat as well. I personally like this particular player because I have been following under 19 of Karnataka from long time. So he has been doing well, but I personally think this year, if you think that you can expect a lot from this particular youngster, I think it will be really bad. He's really young, so we need to give a lot of time. So he would be a good investment for next 2 years, but this year he needs to be groomed. So his last ball 6 in Tri Series when he was playing for India B against India A was a fantastic innings. He just played 32 balls in which he scored 54 runs. At that time only, if you go and see my previous video in which I had predicted whom from Karnataka would be selected as an youngster, I had put his particular name. So I was really happy when he was picked. And next player is Rutherford. If Maxwell really doesn't come in the starting half, or Faf gets injured, and if we require any finisher, I think Rutherford will be the first option. So in Caribbean Premier League, I think he was one of the find of that particular thing. But the only thing is, like, he is good for playing 10 to 20 balls. He doesn't play long innings. That is one concern for me. He's a natural 6 hitter, but his strike rate doesn't show that in this particular thing. His strike rate is around 120 to 130 with a very less average of 23. But I personally think if he gets going, I think he can improve it, because he's pretty young. He's just 23 now. He can increase his average as well as strike rate. And one of the exciting talent which I was really expecting to play last year was Finn Allen. I think this player will rock if he's there for 3 years. And personally, what I like about him is, like, he's fearless, and look at his strike rates in T20. 170, 180 to 190 strike rate. Oh my god, he can win the match on his day. So I personally think this player will do wonders. He has great average in T20s as well as in international T20s also. He has fantastic average. In series where there was low scoring series, he had very good strike rate. One more bowler whom I think he has ability to bat really well, and if we require, we can use his batting skill, is David Willey. David Willey has experience of playing in almost all the leagues in the world, so he has also good average of 15 for a player who is playing so much down. He plays very high for his club team in England. He has a strike rate of around 125 to 130, which is really great. I personally like this particular player. And coming to last player, I think Suyesh Prabhudesai, who was with us last year as well. He has a average which is really good, which is 31, and his strike rate is one thing which is really noticeable. He plays for Goa, so he would be one of the key targets of this particular IPL. If someone like Lomro doesn't do good, I think he will be the first choice over there. He can also bowl. He bowls right arm medium pace. I think that also will come handy if required.